Hey everybody, it's your boy Carl Freeman here on Scorched Earth, and built me another little base here. Scorched Earth and the island are two of the best maps to build on. Now this base has the underground base drill, and it's not even on the ground, which you'll see here in a minute. And I've built an escape pod, because this is a marketplace. Okay, you have a little market in here where people can come and shop, buy stuff like armor, weapons, anything you might need, resources, anything. Not everybody makes it in the base, as you can see. They either got killed by raiders or merchants and whatnot. Now here's with my force field, okay? But remember, this is a marketplace, so people are invited in and entrusted to be civilized, but some folks ain't civilized. As you'll see out here, this is what happens when people try to either attack the base, either that, or they got raided by raiders before they made it in past my barrier there, or bad weather struck them before they made it. This is Scorched Earth. It's a harsh place to live, so not everyone makes it inside, and not everyone's equipped for the environment right away, and it just wasn't ready. In here I have my intake and my battle rig. This is where I bring my resources. That lever on the wall there's a crane up there. If you pull that lever, it automatically distributes all the resources and stuff in your inventory and off of your dinos or anything that you might have in that area, and it distributes it to the proper containers. Down here, there's the water well. Okay, that was the first thing I put down because it had a spot for it. So I built around it and decided to make this like a storage room, basically, for storing some of the major supplies and stuff, resources and whatnot. Got a little front exit over here, or rear exit, whichever you're going to call it. Don't know if that's the front or the back. I hadn't decided what part of the base is the front and what part's the back. I guess it don't matter. Tribe tower over there, so I can send a signal fire up if I'm in distress and call for help or anything like that. See that crane up there, there's levers around that they have. I wanted to profile it and I forgot to. Like I say, my game gets a little buggy, so I cut these videos a little early. You'll see some changes throughout the video that wasn't there maybe during the early part of this video. Like carpet, stuff like that might pop up in certain areas that it wasn't there before. Like in my market area, I think it just made it more inviting. So I added carpet before I finished this video. Just adds, a little more livelihood to the place. Now, like I said, that underground base drill is actually above us. We just walked right underneath it, and it does not mess with anything up above. Now, when I first put it down, it did take out the water well, so I had to put another one down, and it did allow me to re-snap another one into the spot that was already made previously meant for that particular well. So I was able to keep my water supply, which was cool. At first I was like, man, now I gotta figure out a way to get water here, and it was nice enough to let me do that. Alright, this is the loom room. This is where we make all our fabrics for our armors and polymers and do the paints and dyes and stuff like that. And it's kind of like a private room, not that it needed to be, it just worked out that way. Give me a use for these little levers here. I like those levers. And if we do that, you got a hidden wall, which will come out. We got a little taster's bar here. Like I say, this is a marketplace, so you can sample it, taste the wine, make sure it's the quality you want, taste the beer, make sure it's good. You can see that we do a lot of the boiling and cooking right up here in front of you. Put your order in, we'll get you stocked up, send you on your way. As you can see, storage here. And then out here is rooftop storage, which is above the garage, the battle rig garage. And that crane, there's a lever hidden over there that if I pull it, if I have any resources on me, it'll automatically take them out and distribute it throughout those boxes and crates. Got your little checkout counter. Of course, you got to pay for your merchandise. You know. See? Taster's Tavern. That's what that was. Now, later on, there'll be carpet all through here, and I think it looks good. And a bathroom back there in that corner. I almost forgot, people drink and whatnot. They might have to go to the bathroom, take a little leak, I know if I drink enough beer, I piss my ass off. I don't know why. That's why I like liquor. It gets me drunk quicker. Liquor's quicker. Then we got the woodshed. I don't know if y'all remember being kids, if y'all old enough. Remember your grandparents or your parents to my boy, I'm going to take you out behind that woodshed. That means he's going to get your butt whooped. Well, here, you don't want somebody to tell you they're going to take you behind the woodshed, because it's a lot worse than getting your butt whooped. And you come up here and realize you get your neck stretched. Yeah, I'll take you behind the woodshed, boy. A whole new meaning around here. Now, I don't know if y'all noticed there's a green line outside of my force field. That's actually the weather barrier, which is a little thing that looks like a little air conditioner, like a portable air conditioner. And it puts a weather shield up that protects you from extreme heat, extreme cold, or anything like that. Well, it's on my escape pod, which I have an escape pod in case anybody comes in with ill intent, compromises the base, gets access to my force field and my underground base and all of this. I do have an escape pod that has everything I need to start over. As you can see, the smithy, we got lances, bows, swords, anything you need, pikes. He can make you signs, custom-made signs for your company, your business, or whatever you might have, or your tribe. We can make banners with your sigil, your tribe sigil on it. Custom shields, anything you need, We even sell your, food products, stuff, consumables and stuff like that. Got all that up in here on the shelves. Anything you need, we'll sell it. Trade, whatever. You might have something we want, We'll even accept dinos for a trade. Use dino instead of used autos. I might need to do that. Make a used dino station where you trade your old dino for a new one. Upgrade. Got everything you need here. Got fertilizer, seeds, anything, berries, meat, elixirs, potions, anything you need right here. All for sale. Now, I cut this part of the video here early, because, like I say, my game gets a little buggy because all this stuff I had, I guess. I don't know. And just in case it crashes and it doesn't let me spawn back in no more and just keeps crashing every time I try to go into the game, I have some type of video for it to show what I did at least. And then I improve. And sometimes the older video parts might get cut into the upgraded and updated parts. Now this, if you remember, we teleported up here. All right, there's a teleporter there. Well, we televated up here. My bad. Stand corrected. This is the underground drill here that drills out an underground base. And we are actually on a loft over top of another building, if you remember. Now see, the carpet is in here. So I've added carpet since that part of the clip. Now, we are underground, underneath that first building that is the storage building where we first came in that has the well. We are actually right underneath it, in the ground, which I think is really cool because the drill does not compromise anything above. Like I said, I had that issue with the well, but I was able to correct it and put another well in and go on about my business. Got your library here. Knowledge is power. Got bottles for making your wines and elixirs or anything like that down here. You got your brewing station, your chemistry station, all that good stuff right here. Make anything we need down here. Got your dino cryo storage. This is where all the dinos are stored, and if we get attacked, we just come on down here, pop on up, throw them out there, and let them do their shit, you know. Handle business, baby. Get on up there. And you got this little upstairs area. I was going to make this a bedroom, but I said, no, I don't want this to be a living facility. I just want this to be a factory with a market, and then where I sleep and live is actually my escape pod and all, too, in case, you know, yeah, you might be asleep. They decide to come and attack your base. Well, you right there. You can just get the hell up out of there. Here, you can have this. Go make you another base. You know what I'm saying? And come over and tear that shit up. Take it back from them later. You know, live to fight another day, I say. You know, sometimes retreat doesn't mean you're a coward. It just means that you know you wasn't ready. You come back when you're ready. So retreat's not always a bad thing. And now we're back up here. And watch, now I've done put carpet in since the previous part of this video, and I just think it looks, and the bathroom, I think it just looks so much better with carpet. I mean, just this little bit of color makes the place a little more lively and a little more inviting, you know. And it kind of helps direct you where the customers are supposed to go. If there's no carpet, then obviously the customers shouldn't be wandering around in that area. Kind of helps guide you, you know. Stay on the red carpet, you know. Don't, of course, they're not supposed to know this is here. I even put it in the loom room, you know, just to kind of help muffle things too a little bit. And it makes it look a little better. I like it. Alright, now we're going to come on up here to a library, because everyone knows that knowledge is power. The more you know, the more powerful you can be. Knowledge is power. That's how we learn things, by passing on knowledge through scriptures and books and scrolls and stuff like that. So anything we find, like books and stuff, or, you know, whatnot, diaries we write, all of our experiences, blueprints, anything goes in this big room here. It's the room of knowledge. You come in and just, you know, learn stuff, I guess. If you want to know something, you come in here and look it up. It's bound to be here with all them books. Alright, y'all, even got a little thank you sign. You know, thank folks for coming up in here. Not too many folks are allowed up in this room. Alright, now, this is where I live. This is my living facility, and it's also my escape pod. I went outside my comfort zone and decided to do something different with a hover skiff. Normally I build like a little jet plane or something like that looking deal. This time I said, you know what, I'm going to see just how big I can go. So I crafted a spherical type deal, a circle, tried to put it as close to the middle of the hover skiff as I could, and just started going all the way around like you would a cliff platform. And I built this dome here, which has a bar, kitchen, a little place to sit. Got your smithy area with all your weapons. Got your desk with the computer on it, so you can kind of keep an eye on things, you know, make sure everything's running smoothly. And you come down here, of course you have your living quarters, you know, personal quarters here. You got a bathroom right here. Got to have that. Complete bathroom with a shower. Now, I would have put towel racks in, a little toilet paper roll and all that, but like I say, my game was getting buggy. I wanted to put a chair on that desk, didn't get to do that. Same thing with this bathroom. I wanted towel racks, a little toilet roll, you know, make it look like a functioning bathroom, but my game was crashing here and there when I was trying to cut this video, so I didn't want it to completely crash to where it was unplayable and I wouldn't be able to at least shoot this video and kind of give you an idea of what I built. Now in here I wanted to put more boxes, you know, for storage, you know, a couple barrels here and there, you know, just to make it look like it's being used instead of, I hate empty space, because I could have put storage in here, you know, barrels and whatnot, you know, some boxes. I wanted to put a table and some other things there for like a little folding area. I wanted chairs in here. Now later on I did fix that doorway over there so I can get in even when I'm landed. I can walk through there at least. It's not an exit or an entrance, but it just gives you full access to this bottom ring around the bottom of the skiff here. So you don't have to come all the way around like this just to get into this sleeping area. You can go through that doorway right there, which you'll see that here in a minute. I think I fixed it after I cut this video. Now, I wanted carpet in here too, but like I say, my game was getting a little too buggy. So let me go ahead and profile what I got and just kind of go with that and be happy with it. I guess I have no choice. Here's a little dining area. You can get in. Double-sided fridge, I guess. Now, this thing's pretty easy to fly. It's not like the rafts where if you get too big, you can't see. Well, this thing here, you can see. And I built it so you can see through it if you wanted to. You know, you don't have to fly it like this. I just chose to do it this way. Because it is glass and it's tinted on one side and you can see out the other, you can actually see all the way around you, so it's easy to fly and maneuver, see where you're going. Now, having to do a pinpoint landing like I'm fixing to do might be a different story, but other than that, it's still pretty easy to fly. And I did miss this little camp down here. There's like a little outpost right down there to the left. You see that little blue dot shining through me? I forgot to profile that little thing. It was actually an NPC hut that I went down there and took over. He wasn't too friendly, so I didn't want somebody being unneighborly living that close to me. So I just went down there and took his shit over and built my own little outpost. I forgot to show that off. It ain't much to see there. It's just got a bed in it, well, like a bunk bed deal, and a little wood storage, and a windmill for power, and a water mill, for water. That's all. Other than that, ain't got much of nothing down there. Oh, that's right. There is a saber-tooth down there. Cat. Forgot about him. Called Kitty. And up here I got two wolves, Fang Sway and Dinky. Yeah, I didn't show them off, but I walked by them. You seen them, you just didn't see them. Now this is tricky right here, because that's my televator platform you saw that I'm trying to line up to. Now, since the previous part of this video, I have fixed the wall so that there are doorways that line up with the doorways on my skiff. So when I land this, if I do it just right, let's come on out here so I can see. There we go. Now let's see if I can see here. I'll probably have to zoom in a little bit, but I'm just trying to get it kind of eyeballed, lined up, make sure I'm straight. Because the front matters too, so I can get in and out of that if I need to. Zoom in, because what I'm looking for is the two walls that are on the skiff that are hobbling around have those two little squares. They come through them pillars, and when it's circulating around like that, as long as them two little boxes stay inside that pillar, as close to the center as I can get it, it'll bob in and out because the way the skiff moves. But if you let it bob in and out so that it just does come through like that, and make sure those squares are moving in a circular motion inside that pillar. See how it comes outside the pillar? That's not what you want. You want to get them little squares to, see, that's still to the outside. That's not going to line up right. Now, that's a little bit better. This should be about right here. There we go. Now, if I land this and I did it right, let's see. If I did this right, we should be able to walk through this doorway and have complete access all around the bottom of this skiff. Here we go. Look at this. Oh, yeah, that looks perfect. Oh, shit, yeah. We can. See, now we can get to the weight room from the bedroom without having to go all the way around. Nice. Ain't no sense in going through there, because this is what I wanted to show I fixed. We done seen the rest of it. Now I can't get up to the control desk up there to fly it, but at least I have access all the way around. And I can walk up these stairs and come through the dining area to get to the main platform to fly it. My game crashed somewhere in here, so you're going to see a change in the scenery out there. It's going to go from night to day real quick like, which is okay. There we go. I just wanted to do this little final walkthrough just to kind of pan through one more time. A little marketplace. I think I did this by accident, but it's okay, it works. Gives you a secondary look at everything that's been added to carpet and all that. A little bathroom. Got the restroom there. A little blacksmith here with the carpet, which we've already seen, but that's all right. We'll take another gander at it. I meant to fill that little space in right there, but that's okay. It's all right. Some things are incomplete. And I get this little bit here, you know. It'll be all right. I like it. I like it a lot. Now, that force field, I can hide that barrier, which you'll see here in a minute. We'll take that barrier out as soon as we go out this door right here. Like this. Alright, go up here. And we're just going to hide this force field barrier. We're not turning it off. We're just going to hide it. Which is a new feature with this new force field, which I like it. Because this way you don't have that bright ball getting in your way. You don't have to look at it. But the shield is still there. It will keep critters out. The only thing you see is that little blue lightsaber sticking through the top there. But I like the night views. I think they're the best. Get that nice bright, you know, light color from it. Nice nighttime here. You know, I like it. Now right here is where you'll see that's the bottom of the underground base drill right there that you're looking at. That beam is going through. But it doesn't mess with anything underneath. I built all that first and then put the drill on top and activated it, and it still cut me a base underground, which was actually pretty cool, I think. One more quick look. I'm kind of using the hover skiff light as a spotlight for my market entrance, which makes a great spotlight. It's a little bright, but it definitely shines out pretty far and brightens up a pretty good area right there, so you can see anything coming that way. Nice little night view there for you before I get ready to go here. I just want to do one more quick run around and fly around, take a good look at everything without that force field in the way. Got some water bugs running around out here. It's kind of cool. You can hear his little footsteps. And like I say, that's that drill up under there. It goes right through that lower building, right into the ground, and made me a base. And with the force field expanding to its maximum, it actually covers the underground base as well, because I brought it in earlier. I meant to show that on the video, that the force field does expand beyond the underground base. So if you were able to dig in this game, you wouldn't even be able to get through because of the force field underground, which I thought was pretty cool. I don't know why they didn't allow us to dig underground like 7 Days to Die does. You can dig underground, make a base underground and all that. For some reason they wouldn't let us do that on this. I don't know why. It's all good though. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I guess, you know, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe so you'll get notifications of any upcoming videos that I might post. I'm always building something. I might even go back to playing 7 Days, so I might do some 7 Days to Die videos on the new console version. So you might want to hit that subscribe button so you'll get notifications for that. It doesn't cost anything, but it just lets me know that you appreciate my content and the time it takes to make these videos so that I can bring these videos to you guys. But until next time, y'all, take care. God bless, and y'all keep on building, man. We'll see you in the next one.